Chad getting losers, right?
Yes, Riley put Chad in losers.
Yeah, so like beating out the Palu, beating out a Bayo, beating out a Luigi, all characters who would, on paper, absolutely combo you to hell and not let you play the game, didn't care the entire time. We're getting here in the game number 1, grand finals of the first Galaxy Gambit of the year. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this goes.
Yeah, right. Also, for my chat, I need one of the mods to set up their predictions for this set. Mods, what are you doing? What are you doing? No. But yeah, this is gonna be the same PS2.
The way I know we are in Saturday, boys, but we still got a match to go. You gotta let people put them bets up.
Yep. With that said, PS2, you know, the classic start. Most sets I feel like are starting this way. No, I'm just gonna set up the predictions. So, yeah, this is for a second.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this kind of, like, for a majority of it. This is a very good stage for both. There's a lot of good pressure that comes from both, and they both like the ability to occasionally reset. So, like, good option coverage from Riley. A little bit off on the idea of going for that back air, but either way, now Cat has a potential ledge trap, and both of them play ledge trap games very similar between the Gordo and the Arcfire.
Yep. Hey, actually, you're right. They both play some. So they both kind of know how to answer it too. With that said, Riley's taking an early lead, catching Cat, trying to up to the platform. That up tilt is powerful. That up tilt has been one of DeDe's, like, I won't say one of his best moves, but it is an extremely effective anti-air. What it does, kills, fast, nice hitbox, kind of does everything. Oh, that could be a punish. Nope. Also, that hell is so little lag. Like, you can't, unless you have like an item to toss at it, you cannot like punish it once he gets something in it.
And that's just like huge on trying to stop it. So you were saying before, but this, like, even at this percent, like, there's plenty of time for Cat to get a KO with just like calling out one of the aerials with that Levin sword. But like, Riley is so confident at high percents and still approaching that like you have to you have to play on defense in these situations.
Yeah, look at that right there. Cat had no fear, just run up to Riley and anti-air him, preemptively with forward again, the kill. Riley definitely was expecting Cat to be a little more afraid. And look at how much stuff Cat is just throwing out at Riley. Riley respawns already at 51%. Finding a little opening between the border with a bronze sword, not even an 11 sword. That's confidence right there.
Yeah, honestly, I think like the crazy thing that I've seen on Riley all night is that Riley straight up doesn't play scared or defensive unless it's like one set, like 50 plus. Like, he understands and knows DeDe ain't gonna die, so I'm good, I'm chilling, I'm willing to box with you. And even though he's 90% right now, you see he's still very confident in this approach. Like, Cat looking for it, there you go, that is gonna be a KO.
And just like that, Riley, you know, had a huge lead, I'd say, and now Cat has taken that lead in a minute. And still trying to get more of this lead. I assume Cat's gonna look for those fraud too, because, you know, you get so much help from the getter right now, and you see Cat
and we've seen, like you said before, a lot, like how consistent being able to get it. Good call on delaying that forward air. It could have been a mistake and get beat out by air to air, but also landing on stage, another opportunity for stage positioning and a very smart like drop down to avoid that fair, because that could have definitely been the stock.
Only at 52%, no 11 sword, but I love the way that Cat throws his items down. That way it stops a lot of movement at Cat, basically stalling for 11 sword time, and if you get hit by it, it's a lot of potential damage.
Alright, DeBuzz, I gotta ask you. Currently behind 85%. Do you think Riley's scared at all?
Nope. No, he has 2 sets to work with. This is probably his warm-up game, you know. I think he's big chilling.
Oh my god, please don't. Please don't, thank you.
He's dead. He's dead.
Alright. You deserve that one. You
Yep.
absolutely deserve that one. Riley's been getting away with that all night. And sure, in that position, you know, like, Cat is at a point where you're likely to run up and grab. You've gotten grabs there a couple times, so you try to call out the roll in. But when you're that far behind, yeah, you deserve that one. All right, so first game going into Cat, but Riley still, like I said, the scariest thing about fighting Riley is the fact that even when Riley's at kill percent, you have to play on defense, because Riley still goes in if it's a 0-0, even at 150.
Yep. It definitely is the case. With that said, you know, that was such a big punish in the forward smash that no one has punished like Riley that hard using a forward smash like that. No one really has the capabilities to that we've seen. So, you know, Riley had to think to himself, I can't just use these like really powerful high risk moves, because now they're actually risky. You know, Robin gets double arc fire into whatever he wants on DeDe, and that's big. That was like 50 damage and a kill there.
Yeah, it was huge. And is this the first of small Battlefield we've seen like all night?
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a long while.
Okay,
honestly, I was gonna say, like, I know this is Riley's counter pick, and I kind of get the decision behind it, but I'm pretty surprised because PS2 was still pretty close, and you just gave Robin Battlefield without the top platform, which is pretty much what they don't want, and this is why you don't give them this. Look at that, 0 to death. Oh my goodness, so much free pressure that Robin could get here on this stage.
Yeah, right. 30 seconds in already stock, and still more extra credit. He doesn't even take a hit here. Also, his music does not match the tone in the slightest. This is like, I think this is the Brawl like trophy for music or something like that. I think exactly. But oh my God, Riley inhales the I think it was 11 sword actually, and then Cat goes away for free. Bro, is this about to just be 2-0 deaths back to back?
We're living in a world where Cat has not been hit yet, by the way. Oh my God, looking for the follow-up back air to try and maybe get a DI mix-up instead of the up smash, but finally the down tilt is finally going to stop what has been a perfect run. But I mean, is that really enough for you right now? You gotta get a KO. This has been very rough, including that back air.
1 minute, 15 seconds in, and Riley is down 1 stock to 3. I think Cat figured out the Riley puzzle. Cat was studying, preparing. Cat, wow.
Yeah, Cat really, and now when you see stuff like that, when you see Cat finally starting to look for down air 2 frames, and also extending the hitbox off that falling Levin through the Gordo, just all right, we're going to get through. Start thinking about your counter pick now, because unless we see one of those games that we've seen out of Riley where everything goes in Riley's favor in massive reads, you've got to pick a bigger stage in this one.
Yeah, and you see Riley trying to go for this stuff. It just doesn't. Nah, Cat's just get out of here. You're done. At this point, Cat might just be trying to speedrun Grand Finals. Cat has something to do. Cat's just all right, I spent enough time on Danby. Let's just end this.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I got some Taco Bell chilling, so I'm ready to eat it. So, but I'm ready to see some more of these matches. But Cat is completely fed up with everything that Riley has to offer. That Thoron drop down covered everything, literally dropping below the platform. It completely just ruined any chance that Riley had out of survival, because you can't up B at that point. You're not probably making it back to stage, so your armor is probably not going to do it for you. That was ridiculous,
man. Yeah, so with that said, honestly, if Riley has any secondary at all, even a half-baked secondary, this is the time to pull it out. You're down 0-2 in grands first set. You can lose this, try the second and see what happens, but you'd rather do it now than have to go to the next set, knowing even if an option you can attempt that, you have to just go all or nothing with it. Yeah. But maybe just try to stages out first.
Besides this, really? Okay, so I mean, this is a good stage for both of them. And you remove one of the 2 platforms, so you only have 1 platform pressure to deal with. And we've seen a lot of good stuff out of Riley here on this stage too, so I'm not too surprised about this one. But it seems like Riley's probably going to be running the ship with the DeDeDe. It seems to be the tried and true. What do you think that Riley has to do to somehow stop everything that Cat has been able to put on?
Remember when you asked that about the Danby set, right? And he was at 0-2, and I'm just I don't know. Hit him more, get hit less? I didn't remember when DeDeDe's losing, it's kind of hard to tell. It's the same way, right? Where it's when DeDeDe's losing, it's hard to tell what he has to do better because he's a character that gets overwhelmed. It's just a matter of, finding these little openings, maybe a bit more aggression, less camping with okay, that works. That works too. SDing has been a classic strategy to win a game in this tournament.
It really is. Many tournament sets have been won through the opposition deciding that they want to be homies, and occasionally you just gotta make friends here in 2021. You just gotta be willing to give up your stocks here in Grand Finals.
So give up your stock, make a friend. Equivalent exchange right there. But yeah, with that said, I mean, even then, Cat's just kind of rolling with it. The pressure, the shield, so low, shield break! Alright.
Oh my goodness. Alright, the Alchemy Circle is about to be built. What is the decision of this KO? Or just do that. Alright, so you all weren't aware, but Cat is actually now best friends with Riley, because Cat has been giving late Christmas gifts to Riley here in this game 3. But there it is. There's the stock because DeDeDe's still alive.
This is charity right here. Cat says, I don't want to 3-0 you, man. This is bad. I'll make this look competitive for the third game.
All right, there it is. Finally finding that Thoron, and still, even after all that, really not taking much of any damage. So Riley definitely has looked better here on this stage, at least. But it's going to be very detrimental that you get these hard punishes.
Yep. Oh my god,
right there.
But that's going to be potentially a lot of damage. Nope. Cat is a little bit afraid right now, backing off, giving Riley some room. Oh! Almost died. Wow, I'm surprised Cat didn't die, actually. Oh, that's gonna kill. Wow. The fact that Riley had the knowledge to punish that side B with up smash that close, knowing that would work is insane. I wouldn't think about that at all.
Yeah, and I'm still very confident in the fact that Riley can definitely take this W because, like, we've seen how good Riley's played all day, and wow, that was a really good call right there. Just immediately reacting to that. Thoron, too, not taking much of any damage here on this last stock. So, like, even though Riley was able to get a couple of, like, friendship stocks there, obviously they're complete accidents, but like, you gotta appreciate it. But Cat has completely stopped that nonsense and is now putting into work. However, that's something we haven't really seen because nobody's been really, like, going towards DeDeDe at the ledge.
Oh, I think
that was almost another shield break.
I don't know, but Cat's got a kill and only 47%. Riley burning all his invincibility frames trying to go for that. That inhale caught? I am very surprised that inhale reached, actually.
Oh, okay.
Cat, the
yeah,
first
honestly,
person
me
to
too.
just stuff the down B out.
It's like, all right, look, stop that. Jet Hammer versus Book, who wins?
Yeah, right? Well, I think Books and projectiles beat Jet Hammers for sure.
Yes, 100%.
And this is
now
basically even now. Misinput, but doesn't get punished for it. If you are Cat and you win this game, you have the confidence with the rest of the tournament easily after the reset. Because man, you SD'd, you missed punishing a shield break, and you have a massive lead now. Yo, yeah. Book or Gordo? Apparently Books.
And that time Sword, that is a very, very clean 3-0 coming in from Cat and putting a stop to finally the run of Riley on winner's side at least. But now we got to reset. What does Riley do to figure this out? Because this has been all Cat's show here in Grand Finals. Honestly, I don't know. You were saying it before, and I have to agree, because pretty much every time we've said these situations, Riley just all of a sudden turns into a monster. Just figures out how to call every single bad defensive option that the player does. And that's really all that the DeDeDe's got going for him in this matchup, it seems like, is getting the right jump calls and getting the right reads. But Cat has completely made all of that irrelevant because he just keeps winning on all the air-to-airs.
Yeah, like, I wonder if, like, maybe you have to outspace using, like, your forward air and back air of your DeDeDe, like, use that, maybe forward tilt, because you definitely can't set up Gordos, even from, like, the air, you can't throw Gordos from the air because arcing hitboxes and projectiles. You can't run at the ground because, once again, projectiles, especially side B, you're not going to roll on you. I think you have to find a way to use, like, forward tilt to maybe clank out some side Bs, you know, like, outrange, like, some of Robin's stuff. Maybe you have to, like, use your multi-jump to land above Robin, like, air dodge through something and mix that up with nairs. But
I think that's very similar to the way that we saw Riley change it up against Sassy Flygon as well. Because we were saying the same thing. The fireballs were keeping Riley grounded. The air-to-air forward air led to KOs. And then come a few games later, Riley was like, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to put on my F-tilts. I'm going to do my full hop forward airs and my baits. And it actually worked because it slowed down the game to a point that it actually stopped the keep away game from Sassy Flygon. Very different character in Robin because you also have a disjoint as well. But I think that's going to be the main focal point of how Riley adjusted this after this, because you have to establish that you're willing to win in the air. Otherwise, this is Cat taking another 3-0.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you definitely have to figure that out because that's the only way. That's the only chance you have to outplay the opponent if you're DeDeDe versus Robin. At least with these two players. Alright, so PS2 Game 1. I think we had PS2 Game 1 last set? Or my...
Yep.
Yeah, so... I did feel like Riley... He got restocked on the stage, didn't he? Or was like...
Yeah, it started off okay-ish, and then Cat just took off. And I think a big part, like big bodies live and die by their pressure game. Like, it's so important that they're able to establish that. And the wider stage here also lets you reset when you're getting over pressure. So I like the idea behind PS2, even though Cat kind of demolished the stock before.
Yep. I mean, right now it's going a little bit more even than before, but once Cat gets like the side Bs going, it might not be even. So I think Riley, he needs to take the first stock, right? He needs to make sure he can make some trades, because like Cat eventually gets these situations going where now Riley's at the ledge, and the ledge has been so detrimental for Riley. He is not at any answers there on. I feel like his ledge trapping has not nearly been as effective as Cat's been throughout this entire first set.
Yeah, you like Cat has kind of nullified what is one of the most successful tools that DeDeDe has, in not only the command grab, but the inhale, but the ledge traps, which is so important. But here we go. Now Riley is starting to find the calls, looking for the cross up with the back air to try and get the air dodge in. But I like that. That's probably the best punish you could have gotten out of there with that F tilt, get positioning. And Cat needs to get the KO. You need to establish that same dominance that you had in that last set, because we've already seen what Riley can do when they're confident.
Oh my god, with that said, that Gordon, does not kill, but this is on the ledge trap. Cat does not have a 11 sword available, one in hand, but that's about it, and that is still not a kill. Wow. And Cat is messed with input SDs, and Riley finally has a lead. He needs to find a way to take advantage of this, though. If he gets killed here, it's all for nothing.
There we go. Yeah, exactly.
All for nothing now.
And really, that is probably one of the worst spots for any big frame character to be in, right? Like, what do you do there? You can't jump safely. You can't drop down and use your up airs that you normally do as DeDeDe. And I loved
43 damage,
setup.
just like that.
Quick 43, get some health back, get it back to even.
Yeah, Riley, he's trying his best right now. He does have a lead, though. He is playing this air game a little bit better, as you said. So it has been a big factor. He's definitely using less Gordos. And just like trying to like use his range. Oh, the hard read on Cat's jump.
And all that was conditioned because of the fact that the last 2 to 3 interactions were won by air-to-air nair, which Riley's using way more in this game. And then it's like, okay, so you're probably going to retreat and go for like a back air, right? Up smash.
Yep. Oh, the Gordo set. Good damage. And how does Cat get off the ledge versus this? Oh, forward air. Cat's in a bad spot, but Riley misses the neutral B. Big punish, though. Big back air. Big Gordo.
Do not.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Alright, Riley's feeling himself. This is how he wins.
Yep, 100%. Please do not get hit by that. There you go.
Oh my god. I think Cat could have maybe back there for a kill, but I'm not entirely sure. Cat wanted the help, I guess.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, at least you get the damage where you could in that position, right? But now you have to be very careful because almost everything's going to KO at this point. You know, landing back air, or actually a down air, looking for something there. But a back air's coming. Speaking of which, coming from Cat, you have to watch out from Riley, who's trying to bait the roll because he positioned with the Gordo. That was really smart. What do you do, though? You got to be careful. I like the quick get up with the projectile, and Cat's still very much in this because of that.
Yep. Cat, 120. Riley is gonna be at almost 100% now. Over 100% at the ledge, and all this work Riley has put in, it just evaporated just like this. He's suddenly now on the receiving end of another L.
And forcing out these air dodges because that Thoron is live. Good job not jumping down too early. But, trying to get the roll read. It's a little bit too hard, though.
But the attack is still so slow that, like, I think up smash is more like a kind of with punish on, like, a jump-in read. Or, like, a roll into someone pressing a button read. But no, Cat just rolled, saw up smash, shielded, and that's a free kill. And the thing is, that was Cat's last usage of Levin Sword. If Cat used Levin Sword with any attack and it didn't connect, Riley's gonna have a good, like, 7 or so seconds where Cat just basically could not kill.
Yeah, you could chase him down. If you get punished there, all you get is stage position, whereas the KO doesn't happen. Great job from Cat running that back, because that was the Riley we've come to get really impressed by throughout this run. Figuring it out, beating out a lot of air-to-airs with that nair, and also a majority of the time really not getting caught too much by most of those projectiles, which was a huge factor in the W that Cat had before. However, at the end of that, with the way Cat looked, these two are about to scrap. Like, I would be hard pressed to see this go to a 3-0, but I think these next few games, depending on how well Cat can play to shut down Riley's tempo, are going to be very important.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to go back to PS2. This so far has been looking like the best stage for Riley. I know SmashBros is kind of a close game, but just overall, I think Riley has the best chance. on PS2 and needs to play it out.
I agree. Like, it allows just enough pressure, but also just enough room to run away.
Oh my
and
god!
You got 45% off of one hit. I got 54.
That is insane that works.
I love this set. I like it. Just like both of them are, they're so good at capitalizing on so much damage. Interesting idea. Well, actually, it was just smashing. I just realized that Nosferatu was not intentional.
Punish the air thunder dash. How did you know?
That was so good because like you put your back to Cat at that point, right? So you bait out the idea that the back air is coming, force that air dodge, and that led to KO. Unfortunately, Inhale didn't get the grab there.
And up tilt gets punished with the nair. On close up side B is very scary.
Don't stay near that too long. That down smash will break that shield if you get hit by that too much.
Oh, that's so much damage. It's like 20 plus damage. Jumps over, puts Riley in the corner. Riley just rolls away. And right now, Cat's on the receiving end of its pressure. Now, Cat is backing off, kind of slowing the pace down a little bit. I think Cat's trying to find some room to maybe take a breather. Because Cat definitely looks a little shook after that dash attack.
Oh my god! I love that mix of it. That was like the drag down up air, but the follow up to get the KO with the up smash. Great job after the arc fire. What is the option for Riley now? What do? You need to get off stage. Yeah, I agree. Go off stage, force that pressure on, looking for the down air, but actually give him stage positioning. I still like the idea of at least trying to get that early KO.
That could have been up to probably maybe not kill, but just some damage. But Riley does not get it. This is when things always go bad, right? One arc fire close into Nosferatu, and suddenly Riley barely has a lead.
Oh my god! I like that mix-up right there, going for the, just keeping Cat grounded because of that. And there is the call out with the jump again. Riley's so confident in catching these jumps, even when they happen to, not hit. You assume that the jump is coming because Cat needs to get out of there. Good job catching that air dodge down, though. Cat keeping this even and looking for the KO right here. Do you get caught?
Well, DeDe's ledge hang looks pretty decent, actually. You can obviously take these. You can take these arc fires. You can let Cat do like 1 to 2 damage to you per arc fire and let it burn out, but you cannot be in a down smash. That's not good.
Yeah, and that's also
oh my god, gets punished on hit for his combo. Gets a little bit too greedy with the full hop and drifting towards, and just like that, Riley's damage turns into Cat's damage.
Yeah, that drop down back air, even it right back up as well. What's the call? Looking for the early jump off or something with the dash attack, but actually not gonna work. And that Nosferatu has been so important for Cat's success throughout all these bracket matches.
We're gonna double jump. It's so scary when you're double jumping above a character like DeDeDe, because if he just calls it out and you don't have to double jump anymore, you have to land for Squirtle, up air, so many things. That's it. Yep.
The out of shield option to beat out the back air. So many times you assume that somebody's gonna move right there, and it could have just been Riley, because Riley's consistently been beating you out with the nairs. Multiple times now with that up smash, and there it is, 1-1 now in a very, very close set. This is exactly what we want to see.
Yep, that is absolutely insane. I can't believe how how much Riley's adapted. That's the story of this right now. Is Riley's adaptation is going from getting absolutely washed to making consistent reads on Cat, right? Like we talked about this before. Riley, once he gets the reads going, he makes hard reads. He's up smash, I think 2 of those stocks were up smash kills in that game at 100ish or pre-100.
Yeah, and even in that last game, that on the roll read that missed, that could have been Riley's game too. Instead of the 1-1, but it just missed. It's also playing out exactly how we expected. This PS2 is pretty much going to be where we make the grand tour for this grand finals, because it's working really well for Riley, and I don't think we see a switch off either, because this is also great for Cat. Even though Cat lost that last match and the last few matches have been tight, you can't take anything away from Cat at all. Cat is still been playing extremely well, just happened to lose that just by a little bit.
No, these two players are playing extremely well and fast. I kind of expect this match to maybe be a little bit slow, DeDeDe, Robin. No, these two players are just moving. It is insane how much it's hard to keep up with them sometimes. DeDeDe, Robin.
I was just about to say that, and the fact that it's DeDeDe and Robin moving around like this, the option coverage that they have, the ledge trap, obviously the ledge trapping is always there, but just the way that they've been navigating around each other's nonsense has been on point. Do not stay there though, because your shield is going to get cracked. Honestly, I think that forest match was much better than having to take anything else Cat might have thrown at it, because it might have died.
I thought that was an interesting idea. The jab, and the dash back up smash is a hard beat on a jump in a roll. Really interesting. That's working though. Misses the side B. I think actually Riley reacted to the missed side B from Cat. So that was pretty big of a lag.
Yeah, and that was it's a really good job of like making up the ground that you almost lost, because I think that the reason why Riley went for that grab backwards before was just a pre-buffer to go for a back throw. Get out of there!
Okay. I'm very surprised to see Gab attack, but I guess Riley just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. Maybe wanted to like do regular Gab into a more greedy punish, is my guess.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like at times, like especially in late game, like late tournament pressure situations, you can forget really fast that you have invincibility on get up, which it will cost you.
Yep, with that said, right now you have a very even game. Cat is jumping a lot, and Riley started recognizing Cat's jumping habits so much as I can tell by it. And Riley's also figured out the answer to side B, right? Which is, you know, block it and roll back, block it, jump away, jump over it. Like, he's really sort of baiting the side Bs a lot instead of getting pressured by it too much.
Yeah, and like that's huge, because once that starts to come off the table, like it makes it so much easier for Cat to navigate the game. Almost recognizing, actually definitely had the call on the up tilt with the roll away, but what's like these situations here, it's actually still completely okay for Cat, because even though Riley is like confident at playing these high percents, that kill power is still pretty good for Cat. Trying to get the, I like it, baiting out the jump and getting the up air.
Yep, the scariest place to be versus Robin is right above Robin, down the ledge. And yeah, above Robin kill percents. That's gonna happen sometimes. It's a risk Riley knew he had to take, I guess, and didn't pay off.
Yeah, now you see Riley look at trying to bait out something himself, looking for the ledge jab. Oh wow, what a smart option there to jump up and put out the Arc Thunder. Just the clank with everything, and actually put a hitbox out just fast enough.
Oh my god, just like that he rolled. Dude, when you roll in at the worst time versus Robin as DeDeDe though, you take so much damage. That has been so much of Cat's damage is when Riley feels like he has to roll in, and just like that, Riley with another up smash read, and we're on the last stock, game 3 of true finals, the bracket reset.
Yeah, you have to like just respect the confidence in Riley's ability to consistently call out these jumps and off smashes, because it's such a punishable move. But if you get that, you KO so early, and it puts fear into Cat, which Cat really hasn't had much of throughout the set.
That might be okay. Nope. I was so afraid that Riley was gonna get called by something there, and that was gonna be game. But that said, he's at 136. Cat has all the oh no, Cat does not have weapons right now. Just got the side B back. Cat does not have kill pressure for a few seconds. But it's gonna come back now, and now Cat has kill pressure. Riley,
here we go.
Cat needs to figure out a way to like kill Cat before Cat can play neutral again, because one neutral action lost is it's over for Riley.
I was just about to say, Riley is trying to bait a jump so hard right now, because he went for a couple drag downs to make it look like a grab might happen, trying to force a jump out of Cat. Luckily for Riley, actually getting knocked away before the arc fire could keep him stuck.
Cat looking for another up air read. Oh, no!
There it is!
That is Riley. When you do those up smashes, you get them, but Riley's up smashes are blocked. Cat is ready with the perfect punish. Just forward smash. Keep it simple.
And that's one of those things. Like that's that thing where you were working so hard for it, right? You were trying to set it up. You had the good platform pressure to try and get the up smash, but Cat missed it before. When you get locked in that mode, it's such a laggy option. Like you said, you look like a genius when you hit it, but when you don't and you go for that big swing, it can cost you the match. The same way that Cat took game number 1. My goodness. And obviously no stage switches. They're running it right back to PS2. I have no way to peg who's definitely gonna win this, because like the Cat has played so well at punishing Riley's mistakes, but Riley has also done the same in a lot of those situations.
Okay, that's new. I've actually seen him absorb the neutral B and get anything off of it this entire set. He's using forward tilt glitch right now? He's mixing up that way as well? Alright. Riley's bringing out some new bags of tricks for this game. He's not going down without making it hard for Cat.
Yeah, and that F tilt is something you pointed out pretty much at the beginning when you said things you wanted to see change. That like being able to just kind of pressure Robin from just enough distance to make Cat have to respect the ground game, because mostly the ground game really has completely favored Cat.
Oh my god. Riley really... Oh, if Riley got hit with that spot touch in there, that would have been so big for Cat. Cat is
that
counting
massive
blessings
damage
after
off of that. like probably led to Nosferatu. There's that anti-air up tilt that you've been talking about all night too that really hasn't happened too often. It just drops down to 20 and goes for that. I like the idea of the inhale to cover roll in as well.
Yep, I said 32% on Cat, and Riley's only at 60%.
Oh my god!
That's gonna be a kill, maybe? Okay, not,
oh
not
my god, we were talking about this. Oh, please stop. We were talking earlier
Riley,
about
chill.
that speedrun game that Cat had, and Riley is really just like pulling out all the stops here in this game, establishing an early dominant lead, and this could be what brings to a game 5.
Oh my god, the back air tries to catch the roll, does not. But Riley's still looking alright. He's gonna put the ledge versus Cyber though, and a fully charged Ultra B. This is really difficult, but I don't think Thoron kills yet actually. So
yeah,
Riley's
we've also
seen
a few times because of that low hang that Riley actually avoids the arc fire into Thoron setup at the ledge, which is a whole kill option taken away for ledge traps. So you have to find that raw kill, and multiple times now avoiding the Thoron.
Yep, okay. Oh, the Gordo actually like hitting through the side B. And that's a kill. That's Riley's up 3 stocks to 1. We're going to game 5 for this set. I don't care.
Yeah, 3-1 lead. We have to see a complete dominant, mix-up, heavy, demolishing game from Cat like we saw before. But with the way Riley's been playing in this one, Riley's just playing so smart, navigating around pretty much everything right now. And at this point, you do not want to be trading with DeDeDe pretty much ever.
At this point, you're just thinking about, all right, what's my strategy for game 5? Any particular habits that I see that I can really hard punish? Because that's the big thing is Riley's definitely got a few habits now from Cat, where I think Cat has figured out like the flow of the matches perfectly, but doesn't have the hard reads on Riley in the same way.
There we go, they'll finally get a bunch. Yeah, I agree with that, yeah, because one of them's got the flowchart down where the other one's got the defensive habits down. And honestly, especially in finals, defensive habit control is way more important than flowchart control.
I would completely agree with you. Especially at this level of play where both players know how to play the matchup well. Like, you know, you get one good read and lead a stock off of it. Like, that can all you need to win a tournament set, honestly. And if you have some defensive habits now, I can feel like you can't do anything.
Yeah, right now, and especially off a whole stock, like the big bodies, heavies in general, love this position. Granted, not right now because Cat is keeping him stuck at the ledge, but being able to afford reckless trades, kind of go for reckless abandon and go for big swings, it's so much better for Riley if he's able to get this KO now, because you don't want to let this get out of hand. If Cat's able to find this, Cat is still able to get this back up to like 100% very quick on the last stock.
With that said, okay, they're both at kill percents, and he just throws some arc fires. Hopefully it hits those trades, or not trades, it deals his own thing. If Cat can take this stock, this is still doable. This can end up being 3-1 in Cat's favor for true finals, but nope. Nope, Riley with the defensive habits, right? Realizing on stage Cat's gonna throw a projectile out at a distance and not respect the potential. All DeDeDe's jump off stage in the forward air, like. Riley has not done that at all. With that said, he did burn that option. You know, Cat is going to be aware of that now for the next game. So that's one thing Riley has to mix up for the last game if that situation occurs.
Yeah, and what a poor position to get put in after that Gordo hit too, because you can't jump because Riley's already out there. And you don't normally want to air dodge that early when you're out that far, because DeDeDe can also just follow you all the way down the blast zone. So you basically have to guess right, and Riley was having none of that. So, like, getting here into game 5, I don't see a switch. I think we stay right on PS2. There's really no reason to switch off like we're seeing right now. This is going to be it. We are going to see the final game of the night, exactly how we want to see it. Cat's amazing run plus Riley's amazing run. Who's going to be the one to take it all for the first one of the year? Galaxy Gambit getting into this now. I can't speak anymore. My English is all gone.
Dude, I have been streaming for almost 8 hours. I don't blame you, man. It's a test of endurance for sure, but it's so exciting. You know, we're speaking, the players are speaking with their gameplay, the chat is speaking, everyone is freaking out right now. This is a great way to end the tournament. Whoever wins, we've had such an exciting top 8. It's actually been an exciting tournament in general. Even the top 64 was full of phenomenal sets.
Yeah, and everybody's had their fingers. You got the Cat stands and the Riley fans, and Danby had a bunch too. Like, everybody's been popping off for their people throughout this whole thing. And here in Grand Finals, Riley, I mean, to be real, in the reset, we thought this was going to be over already, and Riley has brought it all the way back.
Yeah, right. That's a crazy thing. Like, I just was like, I think Riley loses this, and nope. I think now Riley's gonna win this. I really think he has the download on Cat more than Cat can figure something out this late into the tournament set. I think Riley's showing maybe more endurance even. I feel like Cat's been making a few more mistakes, a little bit of like sloppy play in occasional areas where Riley's been very clean this entire time. Look at this. That might be a kill. Okay,
Oh
no,
my
that's
God.
damage.
And it's that thing too where like Cat is extremely good at mix-up game, but when you see mix-ups for 10 whole games, eventually they don't work anymore and get it go for the deep recovery. And I think that's a big part of Riley's success is just not getting caught nearly as much by these traps.
Okay, we have Arcathon though, and I mean, Riley's not out of the woods though. He's at 140 off stage. If Cat takes this stock, it's like nothing happened, just a full reset.
Yeah, there it is again. Not like the Arcfire Thoron not working is a whole
Bronze
setup
sword
gone.
Did not have the 11 sword available, I guess. Oh, that's.
Oh, there it is.
works.
Never mind. That time actually hits. Okay, so it was just. I guess it was just not positioned enough to catch the DeDeDe rise up. Here's some big damage though. And
Oh my
almost
God.
gets the spot dodge. That would have been huge.
That would have been like at least 60 or 70 damage if he got the spot dodge. So close from Riley is cutting us so close so many times with these rolling and spot dodge. With that said, he gets caught by raw forward smash. That's
Yeah, that was a hard call out too. That was like I know you're jumping here. I know you're pressing buttons, but still. Oh yeah, there you go. Avoiding command grab, very important. What do you do about the ledge trap? Forcing the high recovery there.
Oh, the inhale barely misses. Rolling it down. So big punish. Okay, no, small punish. Still kind of a small punish. Has to recharge the Thoron. Sometimes I don't think the Thoron's worth having. I feel like maybe just the level 2 trees are better.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Arc Thunder works so well because of the fact that it operates in a very similar fashion to the roll. We haven't seen that in so long, and he had the right call again, but just missed it. Like, sure, the swings. Oh, this shield pressure game is so strong. If we start seeing Cat behave like this, oh my goodness, this could be curtains for Riley.
Oh,
But
the
there you go,
back
gets
air,
the
though.
back air.
Catching Riley, catching Cat, you kind of sleeping at the wheel there for a second.
And the fact that Cat avoided all that was incredible. The air dodge got blown so early by the thrown book, and avoiding everything else, not gonna die just yet to the Thoron.
Yep. Oh, the Gordo from off screen it looked like catching Cat, but no DI saving you there, and Cat is one stop away from taking Galaxy Gambit X Collision number 3.
Yeah, not able to get in position to go for the drop down back air before, and now Cat gets to get huge damage, 38%. And this is so important because now you force Riley's hand. You make him have to come at you. And if you keep going for big slings like that and they miss or not, you're gonna get the up smash. Oh my god, there's no other way than this would have gone down. Get the last stock apiece here in grand finals.
Yeah, and look at this, right? Riley is on the back foot though. He's in the corner. He can show pressure. Oh, the pressure is insane. But Cat is trying to call up the jumps. Does not get. Oh,
hard punish. You can only
damage on
afford one more mistake like that. You cannot make a mistake and avoids the Thoron again. This could be a big opening, but the Levin coming in clutch to at least stop stage positioning and reset neutral between these two.
Uh-oh, that air dodge is so scary now. You know, Riley in the corner at kill percent, trying to run it. Cat puts some pressure on, but Cat is more than ready for that. Cat does not want to get blown up now. Cat knows that one more opening is all Cat needs to win, but Riley not out of this yet is DeDeDe. Little mistake like that could cost a lot. Cat puts themselves in the corner.
Oh,
that's it.
No, that's it. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't, it doesn't get the follow-up.
I don't think Cat had Levin sword available. I think it just came as soon as like the Arcfire finished.
That could be what cost Cat the game. That was a kill setup potentially, and now he's forced off stage. What do? Your jump is blown, and he calls that jump in the air dodge, and then Riley runs it back.
God, that is Riley makes a ridiculous comeback, 140 to 10 on that last stock, and Cat's Levin sword barely doesn't come back fast enough. They got the kill confirm, and Riley takes advantage of his opening, gets